from September through to March, and this is their peak watering time. So all their water actually comes from Pecan Dam via the Guida River. So this is the Guida River on our right hand side, and it actually horseshoe shapes around the entire farm, with Trawalla being on the inside bend of the river. So that means that when it does flood and the river breaks its banks, it does actually flood over the entire farm, but it's not a problem at all, as all it does is bring that beautiful rich silt from the riverbed and dumps it over the trees, and then once the river resides back inside the banks, the water just flows off without doing too much damage at all. So Pecan Dam is situated approximately 130 kilometres, and what section is being watered at that particular time determines which pumps are used. Now the water is pumped up from the river, comes underneath the road and into these pits, where then it's diverted depending on what section is getting watered. They just drop and lift the floodgates as needed. So the old section of farm is all done through what is called flood irrigation, which means the water is just allowed to run across the top of the surface and it just soaks in as it goes. Once it gets to the end of the field, any excess water then is collected and recycled back around. Quite a simple thing. The left hand side of the concrete channel is lower than the right, so once they drop the floodgate on that particular area they want to water, the water just flows over the edge and creeps down in amongst the trees. Watering in this particular style, you actually lose a lot to evaporation, not only coming down through the river system, but also just running on top of the ground. A lot of it is evaporated. And water is money, so to try and solve that solution, they're actually transforming some of the farm, and definitely the new section of farm has been, they're putting underground watering systems. So they now have a drip system that waters directly to the roots of the Pecan